now it's no longer working the same way? How many of you are noticing that in your practice, something has changed or needs to change in order to show good results? You can comment in your comments. You can text in your, if you're on Zoom, you can text on your chat box. And you can also use, of course, the YouTube comments if you're on YouTube, because as I said, we're streaming everywhere. So it must be that people are watching from any direction. I want to know, yes, so with your spiritual practice now, how many of you are feeling 100% fulfilled? And how many of you are feeling that in your practice, you might need a little help, or you might need a little change, or you might need a little twitch for it to work better? Yes, as we're still waiting for people to join in, and we're still waiting for everyone to be able to be with us, you know, because they're still getting the announcements. I'm curious to know if you feel that over these past few years, or even this year, something changed in your energy field, something changed in your inner rhythm, and that you basically need to change your ways in order to be harmonious. So you can answer in your comments, and I'd be happy to have feedback from you on this, because I love to have interactive meetings, you know. I love to have meetings that are almost in the form of Q&A, you know, because that's when we know that people are receiving exactly what they want to learn from this. And, you know, when you ask questions, when you make comments, even though we're perceiving most of this telepathically, but when you ask questions and make comments, it's very, very efficient in how the information is flowing. Everything we share with this process of 8 days is basically channel information, especially for you. It's exactly what you are needing to receive. And the more we connect to you in a clearer way, I mean, the more we download the right information and the right energy even for you. So that's why we encourage everyone to comment and ask questions. The Pranic Process Online, as I was saying, is a program that I've been teaching since 2013. I've been sharing with everyone since 2013. And we had great results with it in terms of people's lives changing dramatically, not only in the way they treat in the way they change their diet and their relationship to food and the way they are having food freedom, but even deeper in the way they relate to their higher self, to their inner energy, and the way they know how to master it. So the way you master your energy is crucial now for your health and wellness and for your balance. That's what we're teaching in this class, energy mastery, and the knowledge of how to work with prana, with chi, with source energy in order to nourish yourself. That's one big important step, but also the way to use energy in order to heal yourself, or to change your mood, or to manifest things in your life, or to have that feeling of easiness and freedom, you know, that is possible here on earth, even in these times of great change. You know, the more you are connected, the more freedom you have, the more you integrate what you need to integrate for your spiritual evolution. Now, the less fear and turmoil you experience. That's very important. And that's what we're doing also with this pranic training, this pranic process of 8 days. You know, we train people to stay centered, especially in times of great change, especially in times of challenge, as these are. You know, we train people to stay centered, to stay connected to their soul, to their divine self, to know their truth from their inner core, instead of news channels or the neighbor next door, or what the next scientific magazine has said, yes, when you're connected in your core, you have the freedom and the right to know the truth. So how many of you are interested in truth, right? How many of you are interested in really knowing what's possible and what's available and what's happening, instead of, being lied to or being manipulated even in communication? I love to know the truth. I love to speak the truth. I love truth in general. And that's why sharing it and helping people connect to it is an essential thing to me. So that's why I love teaching this program for so many years. That's why I've been doing this, because it frees people. It sets people into a freedom frequency as opposed to codependency frequency or unbalanced frequency that they normally experience. Okay, so not only that I am teaching it by myself, I am being overled or helped by a team of ascended masters or light beings that are always, always, always present here in our field. And their presence has been a big support for humanity for eons of time, and it's been a big support for humanity now, especially now in this great turmoil. Therefore, they have sort of launched or created this program that has been streamed through the Embassy of Peace many, many years ago, in order to help humanity surpass these challenging times. So all the steps in these programs, all the meditations that come in, and the guidelines that we offer, because we offer one meditation per day for 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. In this training, we include a meditation at the end. We offer guidelines and health tips and immunity tips and energy work tips and insights, important insights on the pranic path. And we also answer questions and whatever comments you have. But the meditations that are being channeled and the energies that are coming in for this class are always overled by my light team and the 8 ascended masters that have created it. And I'm going to tell you about these 8 ascended masters because I feel they're really important in this gathering, and they've always been. And I also tell you about the 8 steps or techniques that we include in this process, and we advise people to practice and include in their lives in order to have better lives, to have lives that are more aligned and more connected. One very important step that is recommended by all 8 ascended masters is meditation. So all ascended masters that are participating and overletting or supporting this class are recommending meditation as a way of balancing and keeping center and refreshing your energy. And I hope many of you watching are already meditating at least once in a while. If you don't, it's best to start, because in these challenging times, checking back into yourself is very important and crucial to stay in balance. And so all ascended masters are recommending meditation techniques as a way to enhance your and upgrade your energy and stay balanced and stay strong and be nourished by source, which is very, very important now. Then reconnecting to the universal force or the life force or God essence, if you will, is another important step, another important aspect that is recommended by these ascended masters. The one who's recommending it specifically is Kuan Yin, the master or the goddess of compassion in Asian tradition. So she is the one who is advising people or insisting that we connect or reconnect back with the universal force in order to to have access to higher energies and to greater balance and to upgrade your systems. And by asking and receiving guidance, you can do that every day, right? And whenever you ask for guidance, whenever you ask for help, whenever you ask for, okay, what my next step, you know, in my evolution, and whenever you follow that guidance as well, that's really important, follow what you receive as a guidance, that's when you're connecting to the universe and your higher self. So that's what's recommended by Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion, as I said. So this is one of the important ascended masters in this class. Another step and practice that we recommend in this training is to try and aim to master your mind at all times and monitor your thoughts and be aware of what you're thinking and why you're thinking it, and being able to shift your thoughts or reframe them is something important that is recommended by Saint Germain, the master of alchemy in esoteric tradition. So he has been the one who has taught and demonstrated alchemy for hundreds of years. He has preserved the young appearance, and he appears still in certain gatherings to this day. Whenever something important is decided for the benefit of humanity, he's always present. He's the master of the violet light. He always appears either as himself or as violet energy. And so those of you working with a lot of violet and preferring violet energy, that's the energy you're tapping into, the energy of Saint Germain. So he has been able to master his mind to a very advanced stage, and he's recommending that to all people. And that has a very important impact upon matter. So mind over matter is no longer an expression. When you master your mind, you literally master matter, and you're able to have your cells being nourished by prana, and you're able to manifest things that are beneficial for you and humanity, and you're very, very, very helped, and you're living life at ease instead of living in struggle, you know, because struggle comes from the mind. So we're going to have a specific webinar. The third webinar in this class is going to be about mind mastery. And we're going to share our practices, our techniques, our do's and don'ts, and also meditation connected to it. That's being streamed through the energy of Saint Germain. The fourth recommendation, or the fourth practice that we recommend on a pranic lifestyle, is having a lighter diet from wherever you are, having a lighter diet, going lighter wherever you are. Try to diminish and upgrade, diminish the quantity of your food and upgrade the quality of your food. And that upgrades your frequency, because all we're talking about these days, all we're talking about is how to upgrade your frequency, how to upgrade and keep an uplifted vibration, right? And that's only possible when your physical body has a high vibration, right? You cannot have a very cluttered physical body and hope to reach high levels of coherence in your spiritual work. That's no longer possible. You know, nowadays is a time of embodied alignment. The physical body has to be in alignment with your energy field and with your higher self, and that's why it's very important now that the physical body be cleared, detoxed, pampered, given the right fuel, and in a lighter diet. That's why so many people are going now vegan, vegetarian, going on juices, juice fasting. There are groups of Facebook and various social media groups that are hosting thousands of people doing now fasting, either with water or with juices, that is a good sign that humanity is evolving, that things are really happening, and that we are moving to the next stage in our evolution as a species, right? When we go on a lighter diet. So Buddha is the one recommending a lighter diet and being aware of the fuel that you are consuming. He's also highly recommending vegetarianism as the main shift, if you will, in human consciousness, because he says that humanity is only going to evolve when we're all stop using other beings for our benefits and pleasure. So when we stop using other beings for our benefits and pleasure, which includes eating their flesh, right? That would be a first step. Okay, so that was the fourth recommendation and the fourth ascended master participating in this class. And we're including a full workshop on how to lighten up your diet and how to overcome the challenges that might come with trying to go lighter. The fifth thing is to treat your body like a temple, take care of your body, honor your body, be totally in tune and respect your body, which is something most humans don't do. That's a recommendation coming from Babaji, the immortal master of Kriya Yoga, the one who has brought the science of yoga, Kriya Yoga, to his next generation of disciples. You know, the famous book written by Yogananda, the autobiography of a yogi, is totally useful and helpful in getting to know the yogis of this lineage of Kriya Yoga from Babaji. And also Babaji himself is very well described in that book. He's a being of light, also preserving a physical body in a very youthful appearance for more than 9,000 years. Yes, 9,000, which means that there is a possibility that our human body might actually have capacities that we don't actually know, and that we could tap into those capacities and utilize them in a more efficient way if we treated our bodies better. Instead of completely neglecting them and throwing junk food or junk stuff in and on them all the time, we could actually have a relationship which includes and encompasses that our body is a temple, and that we are the gatekeepers or the essence of this temple, and that we totally honor our bodies with our clothing, with our nourishment, with the way we stretch it and harmonize it and massage, and all the love sharing that we do for and with our body is important and crucial for your vibration. That's why we're highly recommending treating your body like a temple and taking care of it. And that's the recommendation, as I said, of Babaji, another master that is participating and overletting this process. The fifth was Babaji. The sixth is the Christed one. You know, it is a gathering of the masters in this training, in this process, Pranic process. This, the recommendation and the example that comes from the Christed one is selfless service, serving humanity, or serving wherever you are, you know, in your job, in your profession, in whatever you do for living or for fun even, you know, the funner it is, the more your heart opens, doing everything just because you can, doing things for others just because it feels good, without any expectation of being appreciated or rewarded. That's a key, the Christ one says, to uplift your frequency. So find that thing in your life that makes your heart sing, that makes you elated, that makes your energy boost out, and do it just for the pleasure of it, you know, and offer it to people if if you have the right environment, and if not created, in order to totally flourish, to totally upgrade yourself. You know, when you're doing activities that aren't beneficial, aren't making you happy, aren't making your heart sing, that's somewhat constricting your auric field, is narrowing down your frequency to a frequency of, you know, constriction and have to, and I don't like it, and all that stuff that can be perceived. And the universe gives you back more of that, or more constriction. When you do the things you love and the things that you enjoy and the things that open your heart, and you're doing them for the heart opening feeling, then of course you are receiving this energy of support, this energy of up leveling that the universe is providing for all those who open their hearts. So that's what the Christed One has demonstrated with his healings, with his presence in the world, and with his ultimate overcoming death demonstration, you know. And we can all find one thing that is completely aligned with our divine self and just share it with the world. And that's what I'm doing with this webinar here, and in my work with the books that I'm writing and the videos that you can find on YouTube, and the events that we create together. That's all the work that comes from the heart, and it's under the Christed energy. You know, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sharing that is gonna last for the benefit of humanity. And that's raising our frequency every day. Another thing that we include in our pranic lifestyle and in this process, and we not only talk about it, but also practice it, is taking time in silence and taking time in nature, which is something that I very much long to do as well after all these events that we had. So the more time you spend in silence, the more your cells are being upgraded, uplifted, and rebalanced, you know, and the more your energy field is being nourished by the power of nature, by the energy of elements, by the natural chi, and you are blossoming again to your next level. And silence also helps a lot because it rests, it helps the vocal cords rest, and it helps you upgrade again your frequency. And we're going to explain how all the sages and sages have done these practices in order to reconnect to the universal force, to the level where they didn't need any physical food, but also, basically anything from the outside, they have reached full autonomy in their lives. This recommendation is given by a saint called Saint Francis of Assisi that is totally encouraging and has totally demonstrated this practice in his lifestyle and lifetime. And we're including it in the pranic lifestyle and the pranic process because it's one of the easiest and most convenient and free way of upgrading your frequency and connecting to the pranic field. And last but not least, we talk about and include in this process a webinar on how to tune into the best sound and music, and how to upgrade your frequency with sound and music in your life. And the importance of words and the importance of what you speak, but also what you listen to, is crucial for your frequency. We're going to talk in one of our webinars in this process about the power of sound and music in your frequency adjustment or frequency upgrading. And that's the recommendation to be aware, and choosing your music and sound with discernment is coming from Mother Mary and the angelics. So Mother Mary is always recommending the importance of sound, is always also singing and toning and or even mantra work is coming through this lineage of recommendation of Mother Mary and the angelics. And all these steps that we've described, we're going to practice in this process with the Ascended Masters and with all the beings of light that are participating and supporting the evolution of humanity, and with each other in this process for 8 days. So each day we meet around evening time, around 8 p.m. Bucharest time. Time is subject to change. It might be during daytime or during evening time, according to the group dynamics. And we describe and practice one of these recommendations from the Ascended Masters. We go deeper into the technique or into the practice of it together during the meditation. And also we channel the specific energies for each one of you in order for you to receive exactly what you need for your energy upgrade. For more than 12 or 13 years now, I've been working with energy and pranic nourishment in order to help myself, but also all the people that I've worked with, thousands of people, to upgrade their systems. I'm all about upgrade. I'm all about what's next, what's highest, because we all are evolving in every Planck second. And to download and integrate the energies that are specific to this upgrade or evolution has been my specialty for the past years. For people in general, either in private sessions, because we also do one-on-one processes. So either in one-on-one processes, in one-on-one healing sessions, or in group processes, group trainings like this one, I've always helped people go to the next level or to the highest level of their evolution and completely shift their perspective on life, the way they work with their energy and their life in general, totally. So having witnessed thousands of people change and upgrade their systems, that is making my heart sing. That's keeping me, you know, in a beautiful creative mode in wanting to do more of this. And that's been my service for the world. And we're offering this process in video as well, because we are aware that not everybody can be online at the same hour every day. So if you can't join us online, you can watch the recordings. And if you can't be online at all, you have the whole video version of it that you can follow, and you tune into the same energy, even if you haven't been in the group, because our work is multidimensional and it's not time-based. You know, we are not linking to a specific time zone or time frame. We do it, this whole energy function in a timeless, if you will, structure, so that anyone who accesses it, no matter when, even in 2 years from now or 100 years from now, will benefit from the same energy. That's how multidimensional beings work. And me having had a multidimensional experience for a long time now, I completely know that this is possible and doable, and I totally know how to do it. A little bit about myself. As you know, most of you, I'm holding conferences and workshops all over the world, and classes describing energy work, free energy, and pranic nourishment, helping people have the experience of pranic nourishment, not only the knowledge of it. But as always, we include the science in this talk, because we love people to understand and encompass at the mind level as well, because mind can be a very powerful instrument if trained correctly. So we've been working with teams of scientists. We've been sharing the information in scientific gatherings as well as in holistic festivals, just to bridge those worlds together, because in fact, spirituality is just the science that hasn't yet been researched. You know, the paranormal phenomena are just normal things that haven't been scientifically proven yet. And we are inviting now the scientists in the world to open up and receive the information necessary for the science to come and be clear for all of us of how it is possible that the body is nourished by prana, how it is possible that the body does remote healing or instant manifestations or bilocation or teleportation, all these things that are possible and have been experienced by humans, you know, people living for hundreds of years and so on and so forth, people building and demonstrating the rainbow body or disappearing, dissolving their bodies at the moment of passage, you know, when they pass over. All this has been on this planet for thousands of years, and now it's time that science catches up with it and basically studies it at a grander level so that the whole humanity can benefit from it. You know, that's what we're doing with our work in parallel with holding these classes and conferences. Another thing that we do is, like I said, healing sessions, one-on-one sessions that in a therapy called soul healing that I'm doing for many years as well. These healing sessions are really powerful because they connect you to your soul. They connect you to your core. And from that core, you find the answers to whatever issue you want to resolve or upgrade in your life. So we're not offering a fast-paced method or result. We're offering a deeper dive into the way you're creating your reality and the reprogramming, full reprogramming of your mind frame and your energy systems in a way that completely shape-shifts your life, but also goes through other lifetimes in parallel where the same issue has been manifest, because we're operating at the soul, at the core level that is linked to all these lifetimes. So that's what we're doing in our therapy. And in the one-on-one processes, the pranic processes that we're having individually with just one person, we dive deeper into these traumas or cravings or blockages that are maybe keeping someone from having the best results in their life and on their pranic path. And we're dissolving those away, we're destructuring them from the energy field, from the mental field, from the emotional field, and from the physical body, so that the person can upgrade to a higher level of perception, but also the higher level of how they integrate the pranic energy. So having had this experience for more than 12 years now, I've been happy to share it with the world in books and videos and conferences and one-on-one sessions. And I've been also very happy to work with the planet. So not only we're working with the bodies of all people that are ready for it, also with the planetary energies that are maybe imbalanced in certain areas. So another layer of our work is working with sacred sites and energy vortexes. And that's the power of working with nature that I've discovered. Once we tune into these energy vortexes, into these sacred sites, into these places of power, once we help clear them or upgrade them, it upgrades our own bodies and capacities. So that's why over the years, I've been perfecting, if we will, at centering myself in these places and sharing a frequency of harmony that can balance them out. And that's what we offer. That's the level of experience that we offer with this pranic process, as well as the pranic process on one-on-one that we do. Whomever is feeling ready to participate now and subscribe for all 8 webinars, the whole process of 8 meetings that we're having every day, You can find the link in bio. If you're going to the bio in Instagram, you can find the link in the description of the video. If you're going on the video on Facebook, it has a description there, and I'm going to also place it in the comments for easy access. And of course, you can also find it on YouTube comments if you're watching on YouTube. So you have very easy access to the information of how you can join this process. If you can't find any of it, you can just text me a message, on Insta or Facebook, or even in the comments of YouTube, or just type yes in the comments now if you want to join, and we'll send you the Zoom link to be with us for the meditation of today and for the next webinars. And you just make the payments after if you are feeling called in your heart to be with us for this whole training. I've been stunned by the amount and the level of changes that have happened over the years in people's lives with this training, the level of awareness and integration that has been happening in their lives. And I am therefore grateful to start a new series now, especially that we had a fantastic time and a fantastic team at the Pranic Festival in Romania, and in the 2 retreats that we had right after this festival. So with this experience and with this knowledge, we come into this process and we offer it for everyone who's now ready. And feel free to ask questions. I have asked everyone, what is your way of upgrading your frequency? And I'm looking forward for your answers, in the comments, because I'm really, really grateful when gatherings are interactive and when I hear your opinion or take, or how you are doing your own path now. So please tell me in the comments, what's your path at the moment? What's your practice at the moment? How is it working for you when you want to upgrade your frequency? Is there any of these 8 steps that we've described, or 8 practices that we've described? Any of them, is it in your life now? Is it something that you're using or utilizing, or is it something that you would like to integrate, of the 8 guidelines that we've offered for pranic lifestyle? Or you're maybe completely new to this and you haven't even had one attempt at meditating. Wherever you are, on your path, you can start this process, because we can share frequencies on all levels, from the basic level, the beginner level, to the levels of very high awareness. Each one of you finds something to integrate in this process of 8 days. As we modulate frequencies for the whole group, we also create a group bubble, if you will, a group field that is mutually enhancing and supporting all the group participants. So that's another thing that happens in our trainings, is that by the end, everything is so synchronistic and synchronized that all group participants are basically working with each other as we're in this process. And it's fantastic to watch energy fields, how they help each other and connect, and you're becoming part of a bigger soul family, because we're having a group that has been created over the last few years, and you can ask questions and have feedbacks in these groups and no longer be alone. Another thing that happens on a spiritual path, and especially a pranic path, which is quite new to most humans, a thing that happens is that people are starting this pathway in their own communities, and maybe they go to a training, maybe they go to a pranic process, somewhere, or they go to a retreat, and they're having this awesome experience in the retreat with like-minded people, but then you go home, you go to your old patterns, to your old way of functioning, to the families that maybe don't support this lifestyle, to the friends that maybe never heard of it, and to the whole community that's doing barbecue while trying to do juices or soups, right? I know that's happening. And you're feeling isolated, you're feeling alone, you're feeling like, why on earth should I try this if no one else is, in my community? And I don't want to be like an alien, or I don't want to be like a complete stranger to my family and friends. And many people, because of that feeling, either if they keep their path, they feel really secluded. If they keep their path, they feel alone, they feel isolated, or if they don't want to feel that way, they literally stop their spiritual practice, or their the way they did things, their pranic path. They just stop it because they want to integrate back in their community. They want to integrate back in the frequency that was familiar to them and that was welcoming them. Because in this new path, they feel excluded. So both aspects, are quite difficult, because people are not, they're not happy in either of these choices. If you don't continue on your path, you are feeling disappointed, you are feeling like you're failing, even though your community is now embracing you back again because you look and seem normal. You're feeling disappointed and you're feeling excluded. You're feeling not welcome. You feel like you failed your soul, or what your soul was guiding you to do. On the other hand, if you keep your path and you keep your practice and you keep your ways of being on this pranic path, the feeling of being alienish, the feeling of being not as everyone else, the feeling of being alone, even the loneliness feeling that you experience, is lowering your vibration to a degree that you wouldn't want to continue. That's why we're creating these communities, these groups, these trainings, and we help people connect to each other, in the live festivals, in the live gatherings. Of course, everybody meets everybody, we hug, we are there together like a family, we share together, and the feeling is beautiful. Also in the online gathering, we continue with our path, and we support each other. The community is supporting you in that feeling of belonging to a community that totally understands and encourages your path. And that's why it's good to participate in these processes, even online, and to be with other people and to be supported by them. So Venice, yes, I've received your message, and I'm gonna just reply to you in a private message now, and send you the Zoom link as soon as you confirm that everything is fine. And let me know, everyone else, if you have any questions or comments, or if you resonate to what I just said, the story about spiritual path, and about how people, I've seen so many people working with people one-on-one on the pranic path. I've seen so many people confronted with this situation. And also I've seen so many people in different other challenges, that if they didn't have a guide, if they didn't have someone to relate to, or if they didn't have a community of friends or colleagues that they could speak to, they were basically disbalanced, on a pranic path. So the recommendation is that when you start a spiritual journey, when you start especially a pranic journey where food is diminished or reduced to liquids or no food at all, it's best to have guides and people around to relate to and have feedback from, because that's creating a big difference in your life. That's creating a big support even. To have that support is totally uplifting, and it's emotionally nourishing, and it's opening doors that otherwise you would not have access to. So that's why part of my job has been to create these communities online and live and help people integrate better on their path, especially on the pranic path. And that's what we're doing also with the pranic process, creating this field, this gathering each time we feel guided to, for you to benefit fully from a pranic process. Now, I'm going to take a moment to close the door because there's sound outside that's really strong. I'm looking forward for the next questions and comments for 1 or 2 or 5 more minutes that I'm going to answer. And then with the ones that have confirmed that want to be in this process, we're going to do a meditation on our Zoom channel. So please, all of you who feel called to be in this process, please type yes in the comments, and we're going to totally encourage you, sending you the Zoom link, sending you the payment details, all that you need to do to be able to start with us from day one with this process and with the meditation. So looking forward for your next comments. Venice, you have all the information. Just type yes if you agree, and then you can make all the details later. We're just sending you now the Zoom, and then later on you can do whatever you need to do to be leveling energy with us with payments. And all of you who still have questions or comments, we answer in a bit. Just closing the doors now. Okay, so I see Venice has confirmed, and thank you. I'm sending you the Zoom link now in your private messaging. And I see someone saying, I want to be a liquidarian. Checking your why is really important. Why do you want to be, and whatever the motivation is, that's your support energy. When you are on a spiritual path or in the pranic path particularly, and you feel challenged, but you would like to continue, a lot of stuff comes out when you check your why, and when you check with yourself why it's good to continue and persevere. So let's see your whys. Let's see why you would love to be on a higher frequency or on a pranic path or on a liquid diet, and why you would start this. Why would you start this? An important thing that I've read and felt, while I was reading a book channeled by beings of light that are part of my team, I've seen that when we shift our diet from normal to from normal omnivorous food intake to the more natural, more organic, and vegetarian or vegan, that's when you start upgrading your frequency 10 times more. So you have 10 times more energy, you have 10 times more inner zest, and more power. When you start moving from solid food, even if it's natural and organic, you move to the liquid food, then you are upgrading your systems 100 times more. Your energy levels, your whole way of functioning is upgraded 100 times more. So one of the whys, of my motivation was this boost of energy that I have when on liquids and when on prana. I feel much more uplifted, much more upgraded, much better generally, and much more focused, and much more connected, and much more aligned. And that's something that that has changed my life completely. That's one of my motivation, the energy boost, the state of connection and coherence, the calmness, you know, not cluttering your system with foods that aren't necessary, and all the other benefits that come with it that I'm going to tell you in this process. I want to help you find your whys. Why would you do such a process, and why would you start a lifestyle that upgrades your systems? You know, whatever your motivation can be, try to stick to it and persevere on your spiritual path. That's the most important thing. So I see someone here saying, I'm oscillating a lot, juicing and raw and cooked, so wonder if I'm ready for pranic journey. Although I feel deeply, I want to go deeper into myself. Queen of Swords is the avatar of the person asking, and I love your name as well. The answer is that yes, when you're oscillating, it's very good that you stabilize or do the steps that are necessary to stabilize on this path. And ready is whenever your soul is ready, but beginning to do a solid day-to-day practice is getting you ready, right? That's the way to get ready, by doing a day-to-day practice that's supporting that frequency. And this is what we're teaching or sharing with this process, the practice that helps you stay in a highly uplifted frequency. And the keys to go back to that frequency of upliftment and of pranic flow when you feel a little down or destabilized. So please, if you feel called in your heart, you know, to be with us, just make sure that you participate to this full pranic process. And the light codes and the energies that are being downloaded here in meditation, but also in our talk, whatever we talk about here, are supporting your system for the next step. And like I said, it's not just me, it's all the beings of light that are overletting this gathering, that are upgrading you for this transition. So the way to do it is, I'm gonna see how to send a private message to you, Queen of Swords, if that's possible, or just use the WhatsApp that I'm typing here in the comments in YouTube to commune with me if you really want to be in this process. And we're going to send you the links to the whole gathering, so that you are with us every day for the next 8 days. Of course, you can be in just one webinar or 2 or 4 if you choose to, whatever you want to do. But to be in the whole process is more supportive, and it's a total wrap up of the energies that you need to have. Okay. So Queen of Swords, type a message on WhatsApp so that I can send you all the details, and then we catch up from there. Another one is saying, I was doing well, raw, vegan, fruitarian, just juicing, meditating, and etc. But with everything happening in the world, I'm really struggling and eating crap at the moment. Yes, because many have been in the stage, destabilized a little bit by the general vibration of the planet. One other thing that we're doing with this process is that we're helping clear the energy imprints that are, cluttering your system from the general planetary vibration, because on the planet, many things are happening now, and many of you are processing stuff that's not yours necessarily, that is a planetary frequency that can be really low at some times. And when you're getting into that field of low frequency, you're picking up stuff that are making you feel unease, or are making you feel turmoil, or are making you feel sadness, or making you feel worried or fears, and you're picking it up and processing it as if it was yours. And then you believe that it is yours, and you don't know what to do, and you end up eating too much or doing other things to compensate for that low frequency. And that's what's happening to many people now. And many also are experiencing also physical pain. So physical pain that is unexplained, partially because high frequencies are now coming on the planet, and when your body is not ready, you're going to be in pain or experiencing illness until your body calibrates to that high frequency. That's also important to calibrate, to raise your frequency as much as possible, to be able to encompass higher frequencies, higher light codes, higher DNA possibilities. But another thing that people are experiencing body pain for is the planetary shifts that are happening now, that many are processing through your system. So to be free from that pain is easy when you can tune into a higher frequency and uplift over that layer of suffering or general turmoil that's happening now on the planet. So that's another thing that this process does with all the meditations, all the stuff that we're now doing in this process, all the guidelines that we're offering and all the codes that we're downloading. We are completely or we're clearing this to the level that each one is ready, and we're helping people be free from those body struggle, I call it. So Queen of Swords, I'm getting your messages. I'm really appreciating your sharing. We're starting the meditation in just a few moments, and would highly advise that you confirm participation if you want to be with us for the meditation, so that we can send you the link and start fully from the beginning with all of us. I'm also placing the details in the comments of YouTube in case you need it, but they don't really fit there. So please text me on the WhatsApp number that we have sent to you. Yes, any other comments or questions before everybody is ready to begin? I see someone saying, yes, exactly the same thing happened to me, lowering their vibration during this time. She had the flu, and somehow she was pushed to the old lifestyle. Yes, because it's a body struggle to stay alive through that kind of frequency. And as your body is recovering, it has to catch up with the higher frequencies. And this process really, really helps with that. So everyone who's joining new, the Venus and Queen and everybody else, we're getting ready for the meditation now. We're inviting everyone to fully center in your hearts. We're thanking everyone on Facebook and other live streamings like Instagram, and we invite you to check the link in bio on Instagram to participate, or just text us a direct message. And we're completing the live now. Thanks, Venice, for confirming, and you already have the link. We're also completing the live on Facebook, so thanks for watching, and check the link in the comments to be able to be with us. We're taking a short break to have everyone prepare. Make sure you get some headphones or earphones to not be bothered by the noise. So everyone watching and who are already in this gathering, make sure you take about 20 minutes for you to be fully with us, to not be bothered by anything outside during this short or long meditation, however it's going to be. Try to center in your hearts. Start following your heart. Start following your breath. As you follow your breath, visualize, sense, or feel this light column around you. This energy that comes right from the center of the universe. Into your field with every breath. Every time you inhale, you receive more light from this column of light that you breathe from. Every time you exhale, you exhale out all the worries, tensions, concerns, everything that doesn't serve you, everything that's not beneficial for you, everything that's not for your highest good. Breathe deeply. Feel your heart. Feel this column of light. And just know that in this column of light, whatever need comes, whatever you need, might be the energy of unconditional love, unconditional nourishment, might be the energy of higher knowledge, higher power, might be the energy of calm and peace that you might need. Deep breath in, relax, enjoy this energy as it flows through your pores into your body. Exhale, letting it out, all the worries, tensions, concerns, and everything that doesn't serve you in this meditation. Again, a deep breath in. Feel, sense, or imagine your heart chakra now. And as you're breathing, you are noticing that you have a connection cable from the center of the universe to the center of your heart chakra now. That's coming into your system. It's coming in to the top of your head, opening your crown, coming in, opening the pituitary and pineal gland in the top of your head. Then coming down, opening in the center of your head, opening the pineal gland, balancing the hemispheres in your brain. Opening the throat and throat chakra and totally balancing the thyroid gland. And coming down into your heart, opening the heart chakra and the thymus. And as the thymus is opening, your immunity grows. And as your immunity grows, you grow stronger. And more balanced and clearer on your path. Another deep breath in. Notice this full opening of your heart. And as your heart is opening, you see the heart chakra shining more and more with every inhale. More light comes into your heart. With every exhale, this light from your heart goes into your cells, into your organs, into all your physical systems, into your auric field, and out into the universe. Another deep breath in. See your heart chakra expanding. See, feel, or sense places in your heart healing with every inhale. Areas in your heart that wouldn't accept love, wouldn't accept pranic energy, unconditional love, they're now healing. All the corners that you might have needed to receive love are now opening up to receive that love. All the corners of your heart chakra. Another deep breath in, deep, expanded. Breathing. With every inhale, more love coming into your heart. With every exhale, total surrender to this love. With every inhale, more love shining into your cells. With every exhale, the cells bubbling up with this light nourishment. Totally bubbly. Again, deep breath in. See, sense, or feel how your wonderful body is opening up to more love now. And with the exhale, see, sense, or feel how you're totally sinking into this love, into your organs, into your cells, into all your physical systems, and out into the world. You're radiating this love from your heart. Again, another deep breath, and let this energy go to your lower chakras and to your feet. Feel your feet. Feel the energy going into your feet. Feel how this energy goes into the roots, and you grow strong roots towards the center of the earth. Strong roots towards the center of the earth, growing now towards the heart of Gaia. Let this energy flow towards the heart of Gaia. Connect to the heart of Gaia. And let the energy from there flow up into your system. Let it flow to the soles of the feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, hips, all the way up to the lower back, all the way up through the spine, into your heart chakra, all the way up through the spine, into your base of the neck, base of the skull, all the way up to the spine, to the top of your head, flowing all the way up. See, sense, or feel how this energy is surrounding you. From the center of your heart all the way to the top of your head, in the toroidal system, all the way around you, surrounding you. And filling your whole body. And this bubble that surrounds you now in the toroidal system, bubble of light, is pre-programmed or is keeping out all the radiations, Wi-Fi, tensions, thought forms, and patterns of others, so that you can be in your own energy and be supported. So deeper breath in. Feel this bubble around you, this torus field, this sphere of light. Feel it around you and feel supported in it. And whenever you're ready, being nourished by this prana, you come back into your core, come back into your heart, come back into your body. Feel the soles of the feet, calves, ankles, calves, knees, thighs. Feel your presence back into your body, into your hips, into the lower back, upper back, chest, arms. Feel your presence in your neck, head, to the top of your head. Feel fully present here now. Into the room. So come back into the room. Feel that you're back here. And feel free to maybe marinate, sink into this energy more. And be sure that you let your energy flow, this energy flow through you in the next hours to come. Try to feel it working with you. And see you tomorrow. Make sure you send us your WhatsApp numbers, the ones participating in this. Send us the WhatsApp numbers so that we include you in a WhatsApp group and communicate the hour of the next class. It's mostly going to be around the same hour every day. And sometimes we move it in the evening hours, around 8 p.m. Bucharest time, if necessary. So sending you much love, big hugs, and see you tomorrow. Blessings to all.